Hey guys, this is Komodo Dave from the ADOS forums. I'm making this video because I want to show you how to do a new trick that I found, which essentially lets you connect a car to anything else, and pretty much most of the time the grapple won't break. It'll only break if there's kind of a huge force put upon it, but otherwise it won't. Which is kind of cool, because it was bugging me for ages, the fact that first of all we don't have multiple ropes, which I know that loads of people want, myself included obviously, and secondly the fact that the grapple just seems weak, and there seems to be an odd logic to it. So you have to be in a car for it to stay connected to another moving car, and also the car that you're in has to be moving before the other car kind of pulls the grapple taut, otherwise it will break anyway, which is really annoying, as you know. So I was trying to work out, how can we overcome this? Is there some way we can sort of trick the physics engine? And I found a way to do it for cars. So because of all these kind of limitations, I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be handy if there was some kind of attachment point on a car that we haven't found yet, which has a bit of give in it, so it's a bit loose, but won't come off the car, and won't break when the car is stationary and is being sort of jerked by a moving car. Instead it will sort of stay held, and the springiness will mean it doesn't break. And I've found that you can actually use a loose car door for this. So if we go into the game, I'm sorry for the poor image, I'm recording on my webcam because I play on Xbox 360. I'm actually at the racetrack now. If you don't know where that is, just let me bring up the map and I'll show you. So if you zoom all the way out, you can see we're in the sort of upper left quarter, and if you can see where Panau International Airport is, which is just on this cluster of islands over here, then the racetrack is the first island, the little island just above the international airport. So it's this bridging island here, called Bandar Selika. So this is where I've gone. I've just asked my black market shopper to bring me here. I'm just going to get on a sports car now, one of the racing cars going round. Okay, let's give this one a go. So I'm going to aim at this door that I can see, and I've swung it open already, and I've attached the grapple to it, and now I'm going to attach the grapple to the ground, and I've jumped off. And you can see this car has stayed attached. Now the door kind of starts spazzing around, and you can see that it's sort of pulled off the car a bit. But basically it's not breaking. You see, the car's remaining stuck, and the driver's trying to get away, but he can't because the grapple's not breaking. So what I'm going to try now is I'm going to take over this car and show you it. Oh, well, it's broken now because he sort of applied loads of force to it, because these are powerful cars, but let me get a car again and I'll show you what happens when you hook it up to a windmill. Let's go for a wild child. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this wild child up near one of these windmills. I love the racetrack because it's got windmills on it, it's got a bridge on it that you can look around on, and it's got the race cars on the racetrack. It's fantastic. So now let's try and hook onto a windmill blade. So I've ordered in a wild child, and I've shot the door open. Now when you're on the ground it's a little different to when you stunt jumped on the car. So when you stunt jumped on the car, you can grapple onto certain areas of the car that you can't normally grapple onto when you're not on the car. So if you look, I can aim at the door now, and when I was stunt jumped on it I could fire the grapple and it would fire at the door, but now I'm off on the ground. Even though I'm aiming at the door, it will attach to the roof or some other point on the car, because the sort of loose door isn't accessible on the ground. So the way you need to get around this is to simply look slightly to the right of the door, because Rico fires his grapple hook a little left. So if you see, I'm sort of looking slightly past the door now, and if I fire my grapple now and hold it, then it will attach to the door because he's fired it a little left. So now I'm going to try attaching it to one of these windmill blades, and you can see how entertaining this is. Right, okay. So let me try this again. Oh, so you see it's hooked onto the roof again. Let me try again. So looking past it, attached to the door. And now we've hooked it onto the windmill. Now, let's see what the car does. So you can see it actually stays attached and the grapple hook doesn't break. Whereas if you just attach the car normally to it, then it would break. So it's going up again and just spinning around madly. Now, the physics isn't entirely predictable because the door seems to have this odd spring on it. But usually what happens is you'll attach it to the windmill and eventually the car will sort of stabilise and then just start spinning round in this huge circle with the windmill, which is pretty cool. But you can see how it's just been kind of jerked around and spun all over the place, but the grapple hook's still not breaking. And I'm playing on the 360 version, it totally should have broken by now. Yeah, that's pretty cool.